this tree turned out to be a daggone monster. I've cut bigger, but not every day, I promise you that. So what happened is it ran right up along the property line, and I think a couple feet at the top might even be over on the neighbor. That's how close I had to drop it up along the property line. And the neighbor's somebody we logged off before. They said if we had to drop it over there a little, or they had to get something over there, just clean their mess up, no big deal. But I didn't want to abuse that privilege, you know, so I tried to keep it on this side of the property line, even though it was leaning across the line pretty hard. Now I'm going to have to shorten it up, setting it up for, that's a 20-foot section. That's going to be 210. Well, I cut it 21 foot, so it's going to be two 10-foot, 6-inch pieces. And then I'm going to run up here. It's going to make a 12-foot log after my saw here because the length didn't turn out right. And we like to, when we get these big freak logs like this, we like to make 10-footers. These 10-footers work out good on a carriage, and I'll have to split these because they're too daggone big for to put on a sawmill like this. So, and then I've got down here the tape, and I'm going to have to, so it's going to end up being 4 logs. Where my right foot is there on the log, it's going to be 4 logs up that tree. It's got to be split, and the rest of them logs be just normal saw logs. But it's hard to tell. I went ahead and instead of editing a lot of this out, I went ahead and let a lot of this play with just this tree, because once you get to see, you know, different little aspects, it gets you to show you the size of the tree. It's hard to, with the helmet cam, to make a good figure out the size of the tree really by looking at the camera. It just for some reason to me looks smaller than what it really is. But when I get to crawling around in little spaces and stuff, or reaching up to cut above my head and stuff like that, you can tell, you know, well, this thing's pretty good size hunk of wood. It's a tulip poplar. I get some people ask me from different parts of the world and different parts of the U.S. there what kind of tree this actually is. If you look it up, it's a tulip poplar. It's not a cottonwood. I've heard people talk about it being cottonwood on there. This ain't cottonwood. This is tulip poplar, yellow poplar. It's a difference, not a. This is actually used for trim and stuff like that. But the low grade part of the tree is just crating. But the grade pieces, the face and one common pieces off this tree, will make trim and furniture parts. You know, see here, look out, crawling underneath this, crawling in between the, you know, that's pretty good, pretty spread out unit there. Be able to crawl through it like a jungle gym or whatnot. But I'm getting Derek come over here. He's going to help me take Brutus and Derek and Brutus there to help me manhandle this thing, because I got to cut it off on the backside. I got to cut it off between a tree and the fence, and I barely got room to stand. You see that fence right there? Yeah, there, that limb did get on the neighbor. See that fence right there? It's a line. My butt's on the fence right now. Making this cut, my butt's on the fence. And I need to make sure this log don't roll towards me, because it'll hem me into this fence. It's kind of a scary situation. So it's over my head, and I'm cutting it over my head, and then it's got to fall. And if there's meat holding on the back side and not on my side, it'll swing towards me as it falls. It won't fall straight down. So I conned Derek into coming over and kind of help me. So you can see how me and Derek wrestles this around. I wouldn't do this to just anybody, but since it's Derek, I trust him enough to bring him over. I trust my lives in his hands. So I'll shut up for the rest of it here. Thing about this walnut here is this walnut and the next two poplar cut and that ash tree, they was all cut right here amongst a pretty large power line right away. We worked on this right away and this working these Indian Mounds jobs before. Some of them's in big Hummers. They're big humming power line type of thing. They're not small power lines, but so you kind of got to watch. A lot of these trees are favoring towards them and stuff. And then power line just outside the woods there, right there. Oh, heck. It's just right there on the other side. So you kind of got to, I'm trying to work around this power line. We're going to skid out underneath the power line for a little bit when we skid this wood out. So you'll see when I get on the skidder here in a minute, we kind of go underneath the, skid out under the power line and we'll skid out that way and kind of utilize that right away there to get around and follow the ridge around so we can stay up on the high ground, because the low ground on this property is just nothing.
Well, I get a big day on the dozer in the morning, he can lower me in and out. We'll just pull up for you. You piece of cake. Hell, frozen ground, I might even drive out. I got everything lightened up. I had it lightened up and I switched down one up and it snapped in the middle. I think we used to do that. Is that it? You hooked up. You got my gas? On Brutus? You hooked up. Okay. Where's the swimming pool?
Right there.
No shit.
I guess this used to be a fancy neighborhood up here.
Well, that'll fuck up the chlorine level in that bastard.
Hey, there's a swimming pool there and a bunker over there.
Well,
Same for all of it.
I did. Oh my God, the humanity. Wow. Oh my God, that's bad. It was supposed to break that little limb off and it never. I had to YouTube it.
That's 2 for 1 on firewood.
You remember that? You remember that Hindenburg? What are we even going to do?
I'll choke it. Then I'll reach over with the grapple and rip it.
Okay. Ah, sorry, that damn limb just wouldn't break. Now it broke.
Yeah, it broke.
It broke after this.
Dirty.
Oh. It's gonna break that little piece out. You gotta wall it around a little bit to get it broke. A tree yang gun is supposed to yang. It's red oak, he'll get it broke. It's a popping and a snapping and a crackling. Roger, cut this one. Oh. It's still Roger. Roger was nowhere around, but it's still Roger's fault. Roger sure messed up, didn't he?
Hey, if you just cut all that poplar like that, you wouldn't have to worry about the middle.
Oh, what a mess. I did like the Hindenburg that happened. I said, oh, the humanity. It busted all to shit. Even got the walnut. Yeah, it's great. I love that kind. What a mess. Oh. And it's been going so good. I told Derek that red oak limb will break out and it'll go right down there by Sycamore. Well, the red oak limb didn't break, so it finally did break after everything went to shit. I'd cut it, but I'm afraid to get in there.
I'm not scared to break it in.
You've been hit before, ain't you? Oh yeah, there it is. He's about got it. I mean, it's getting better. Oh, we're gonna get hit. What a freaking mess. Way to go, Tater. Roger. Larry.
Oh, hey, gay guy.
I told him he's got to stay 8 feet away from my show truck with that piece of shit. Oh. There she comes. Yeah, just take it all down. Yeah. Well, here's how it turned out. It's still kind of a mess, but we got to deal with that walnut tree, but other than that, we got her about whipped. Oh, aggravating it. Roger just really made a screw up. Roger just really messed up.